What is going on, guys? Welcome back to your channel. And as you guys can see by the title and the screen that is currently around me, we're talking about the groups that were unveiled today. This is the new group draw system that I'm sure most of you guys are aware of by now. There was a tweet and some explanation put out by the league, but essentially each organization gets to pick teams to go into the opposite pool. So coming off of champs, that's how the seedings were decided. You have Dallas and Atlanta on the tops of pool A and B respectively. So Dallas picks a team to go into pool B, Atlanta picks a team to go into pool A, and then it zigzags back and forth. So these are the current pools. This is how that method panned out. So as the group draw started, there was a very clear-cut upper echelon of teams, if you will. It was Dallas, Atlanta, Chicago, and the LA Thieves. Those were the top four. So obviously, each of those teams are going to send, the other ones below them into each other's pools to try to make it a little bit more difficult. So Group A ended up with Dallas and LA, and Group B ended up with FaZe and Chicago. And then obviously it zigzagged for the rest. Us getting last at champs last year, we just got slotted into the remaining pool that needed a team. We didn't get to pick. Feels bad. Well, for today's video, guys, I'm just going to discuss the pools, how I think they're shaping up, where I think that every team is currently standing, including us, and what to expect. Honestly, I think I'm just going to give you guys my my overall thoughts on each team, the potential matchups here, and just give you guys an overview of what I'm thinking. Now, starting off in Pool A, we have the Dallas Empire, the London Royal Raven, the LA Thieves, the New York Subliners, the Minnesota Rocker, and of course, the Seattle Surge. Now, this pool, I think, is definitely more difficult than Pool B in terms of upset potential. I think that in Pool B, I think FaZe, OpTic, and Florida are very, very, very good teams. LAG and Ultra, obviously, no teams to sleep on, but I think in terms of how they've shown this year, I think that those two teams are below the three that I mentioned before. And then I don't know anything about the Paris Legion because we haven't scrimmed them. Their roster was announced very, very late, and I honestly have zero information on these guys whatsoever. I wish I did. I wish I could help you guys out, but I truly have just absolutely nothing to go on. All of my opinions on this in this video are going to be from my own personal experience playing these teams, and how I think that their rosters were formed and how I think everyone's going to work together. That's the overview for Pool B. Pool A, I think that Dallas, LA, those are definitely clear cut 1 and 2. Like I said, in the top 4 teams at the beginning of the video, those are 2 of the top 4 teams. I think that Minnesota is a very, very structurally sound team. They have very good teamwork. Again, just basing it off of us playing them in scrims and things like that. I think that team runs as like a well-oiled machine. They're very, very good, very teamwork oriented. I think London is also very good. With Trey being in London, it's a little bit of a toss-up. I don't think they're at their full potential, obviously, with Trey playing from overseas on suboptimal situations, suboptimal paying. As far as me filming this video, he's playing, so I'm actually not sure if they're going to make a substitution or anything like that. And then New York, obviously, with the unfortunate news with Zuma retiring, it sets them back very, very far. Tommy was their best player. He was absolutely incredible this game, so it really sucks to see him take a step back due to injury. So the subliners are definitely not looking too hot here. And then we have us. We've gotten a lot better. We were fucking abysmal at the beginning of the year. Pierce lived in Las Vegas, and having a player on him, by himself on the West Coast when literally everyone else is in Texas, it really wasn't going too well. He moved, I want to say 2 weeks ago, sometime around Christmas. I don't remember the exact day. And our scrims have been actually really, really good. So we went from losing essentially every map to splitting with most teams. So predictions, I think that Dallas and LA is going to be a heavy hitter match. Those guys are obviously very good. Dallas is just as good as they were last year. Incredible team. They made no roster changes, so this is to be expected. All 4 of them are in Texas. Another key thing to being good this year, because unlike Call of Duty, everyone's in Texas. It helps if your whole team is there. So Dallas, they did not skip a beat transitioning games. They're just as good as they were, in my opinion. LA, a very, very good team as well. I wasn't sure how Donnie was going to slot into their team, but he fits very, very well. I think Ken is much better at this game than he was last year. Again, this is all from scrimming them in personal opinion. I think that team is definitely top 4. I'm not really sure where to put them in top 4, because I think that any of these teams, Dallas, LA, Atlanta, and Chicago, I think they could all beat each other. So it's very, very hard to rank the teams right now based off of actual scrims. So Obviously, Dallas and LA are 1 and 2 in our pool. You know, after that, I think all 4 of us could beat each other. And I also think any 4 of us could beat Dallas or LA. But I think that they're just 2 better teams right now. They've been performing extremely well since the game actually dropped. So predictions for Group A. I think that there's some extreme upset potential among the 4 remaining teams with other than Dallas and LA. But I think that, you know, if a team like Minnesota comes out swinging, if we come out swinging, if London doesn't have Trey playing, again, as of filming this video, he is in London. So if he's not there, you know, there's a lot of upset potential. And I really can't talk about the subliners because they have essentially an amateur player coming in to replace Tommy in Diamond Con. I don't know much about him. I know he's a main AR player, and Mac is transitioning to a sub role, which is what he was using when he originally went pro in Modern Warfare. So I don't know if he's more comfortable doing that or flexing. So like I said, I don't want to predict anything from New York because I really don't know their situation, similar to Paris. I don't want to, you know, just speculate. That doesn't look too good. So I think that the upset potential with us and Minnesota is definitely something to look for in our pool. I think Dallas and LA are 1 and 2 though. Now moving into Group B, Florida is definitely the dark horse team here, or I don't even know if I can call them a dark horse team. They're very good. They're a very, very solid squad. I think Neptune has some serious potential. I think people are calling him like mini Shotzi or something like that. He's very, very good, man. So LAG, we scrimmed them a lot. Again, I'm filming this before the kickoff. So if we lose to them and you guys are watching this video, that's kind of tough. So LAG, I think that they are better than they were last year. Obviously, it's just a better roster all around than it was. All 3 of these guys have played together in World War II when they won champs, excluding obviously Vivid, who replaces Aches in this situation on that EG team. So they all have prior teamwork together. They all understand each other's tendencies. They work well together. When we scrim them, we usually go back and forth. Either they beat us on all the maps or we beat them on all the maps. It's kind of not really an in-between. So LAG is potential upset here. I think Florida is definitely the tier 2 team in this pool, obviously with Chicago and FaZe being 1. Toronto Ultra, similarly, I think we kind of split maps with them. I think, you know, that's another team that didn't make any roster changes from last year, so they didn't really skip a beat either. I think that they're just as good at this game as they were last year. Extreme upset potential if all 4 of them are playing really, really well. I think Zinni is pretty good at this game as well, so that helps. But I think Florida is definitely the team to look for here. This is Pool B's Minnesota, if you will. This team is really, really good online. Obviously, it's kind of hard to judge anything else at this point. Scrimming them, they seem to have a pretty good grasp of the game. It's very chaotic when they play them, but it's like a controlled chaos, if you will. The motherfuckers thrive in it, man. I'm telling you. So I think for Florida, looking for upsets here. Paris, again, I don't want to speculate on. I don't want to say anything that gets spread around because I don't know anything about them. So I think LAG, Toronto, Paris are going to be fighting for upset potential here. I think Florida can beat FaZe and OpTic as well. I don't know if LAG, Ultra, or Legion can beat FaZe or OpTic. Honestly, I really don't know. I wouldn't think off the top of my head, just off of scrim results and watching them, they just seem to be a tier above, just like LA and Dallas is. Not saying, similarly to our pool, like if a team comes out hot, we're all professional players, anyone can lose. Pretty much any team can beat anyone. So sitting here trying to predict matches is very, very difficult. It is pro Call of Duty. It's very day to day. So that's just my opinion. Just to summarize really quickly, the top 4 teams, as I mentioned, that were being selected are the favorites, obviously, to come out of these pools. There's a very clear-cut group of teams, I think, similarly to last year. It's just how it is with online Call of Duty. It's so much different than when you transition to a LAN atmosphere because teams get better and teams get worse when you move off of playing online. Now, you have to judge everything based on it, and it's very difficult to do. So you could honestly show up in every single thing that I just said could be entirely wrong, and I look like a complete dumbass. I don't think that's going to be the case, but it is possible just with Pro COD. So I hope this video shines some light on some things. I really would love to do prediction videos and things covering the CDL on my YouTube channel, but I feel like it kind of just leaves a bad taste in players' mouths, and you know, like it just doesn't feel right for me to do. This is a little bit different because it's just talking about groups and things like that, but predicting actual matches just really doesn't sit right with me. I mean, if you guys would be interested in it, I could dabble a little bit, but I just, being a player and trying to predict other matches just really like doesn't feel right. It's kind of like a karma, like just a bad karma situation waiting to happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If that's something you would enjoy, or if that's something that you guys would like to see from me, let me know in the comments, please. And I'm just so excited for Pro COD to get underway. I feel like the offseason has been dragging on for years. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like if you did, and thank you guys for watching.